Hello rail fans, welcome to Vintage Road and Rail. In today's video we're going to take a look at this Mantua 2662 steam locomotive with DCC. So let me get this out of the package and I will be right back. Okay, well thank you very much for sticking through that quick introduction. Before we look at the locomotive though, let's take a quick look at the packaging, because it still had the original packaging, I believe from like the 70s, maybe early 80s. So the locomotive itself was in this piece of styrofoam, which kept it pretty secure. I'm not sure if it came with this plastic around it by default from the factory, or if that was just some shrink wrapping put around at some point to kind of keep it protected, which is a good idea, because it comes in really handy the way that the person that had it before me did this. They opened it like this, but you still got the plastic underneath, so it keeps that locomotive from falling through. Even though it looks like it has a few things to kind of help prevent that, I'm not sure how well it works. So, but there's the styrofoam, and here's the packaging. It's that classic Mantua orange and yellow. And you can see here that someone wrote it's got DCC and it's got the Loc Basic. So there's no sound or anything like that, even though I'm half tempted at some point to upgrade it to sound. On the back of the packaging, add these Mantua HO locomotives to your collection, and it's got a number of locomotives, from little tank engines to some steam up to some diesel. It's really nice. And up here at the top, it says nickel-plated rims, and it says gimbal mounted self-contained diesel power trucks, authentic working valve gears, and it's got a nylon worm and drive gear. And if you flip it over here, then we've got precision fitted wheel bearings. We got some it says fine detail boilers. And this I found interesting, because a lot of your older motors, sometimes maybe 3-poles, got a 5-pole armature. And of course it's got NMRA couplers, which we kind of refer to as horn hooks. So anyway, so that's the packaging. Alright, so let's pull the locomotive over and take a closer look at it. Try to hold this under the camera. So this is Cherry Valley Logging Company, and this is a 2662, and it is I think people refer to it as a Mallet. It's an articulated locomotive, and you can see how I'm able to move it. This one doesn't, but this one helps bend it around the corners. Right there, this pretty long. And it's really nice. I got this probably back, I want to say March or April in 2021. And it's been upgraded to, if you can see that, Katy couplers on the front. And on the back. And there's the top. Trying to keep it in frame and keep it zoomed in properly without getting fuzzy. And here in a moment I'm going to try to turn it around. And here's the underside. Not a lot really to see there. But I couldn't find a mark or anything on it. And I don't know if you can see, you might be able to see it better from the other side, but there's the motor sitting in the cab, and sitting right on top of it is where they stuck the decoder, which I would have liked it to have been tucked away in here in the tender, but you know, who cares. So let's set this off to the side and let's flip it around. I do not want to drop it, because it's right now one of my favorite pieces in my collection. Alright, and there's the tender again. Again, we see the Cherry Valley Logging Company, engine number 25. And there it is from that side. So anyway, it looks really good in my opinion. I think it's a very nice looking locomotive, and it pulls like a champ. I took it up to the Model Railroad Club a couple days ago, and I'll tell you what, let me move the camera so you can actually see the locomotive. There we go. I took it up to the Model Railroad Club here in Central Ohio and put it on the layout there, and it easily pulled 15 cars, and I probably could have put another 10 or 15 on there and it would have pulled it without any problem. So anyway, so that's a look at the Mantua Cherry Valley Logging Company 2662 articulated locomotive. But don't run away just yet. Stick around, because I'm going to have some footage following this of me running this locomotive at the rail club, and you'll see some nice angles of it and all the cars that it was pulling. So anyway, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in just a second. If you like this video, make sure and hit that like button, subscribe. I've got some other stuff coming up. I'm about to finally start working on my layout, so I'll be shooting some footage of that and going through the upgrade process of what I'm going to do to that. So stay tuned for that. All right, but anyway, let's roll some footage. Thanks very much for watching, and happy model railroading.